Hi everyone, so welcome to part 2 of my video. The first thing I'm going to talk about is how to slow down the progression of hearing loss in certain ways, even if the prognosis of a certain child is eventual hearing loss. The first thing that adults have to keep in mind is that the ear canal is much smaller in a child than it is for an adult. Therefore, any sound pressure that is generated in the ears is much greater compared to adults. So, how loud is exactly too loud? Well, noises that are softer than 80 decibels will usually not damage hearing unless the exposure lasts for several hours. There are certain hearing hazards for children, which include very loud toys, television volume, events such as festivals, sports events, and concerts, and white noise sleep machines. White noise sleep machines are usually used to put infants to sleep, but what parents may not realize is that the sound might be too loud if a child is exposed for too long. While attending such events, most parents don't want to deprive their child of certain life experiences, and therefore it is recommended that they buy headphones that fit snugly on the child's head that are noise canceling. Many parents might think that earbuds are a better alternative. Though they may think this is the case, this is not necessarily the best option because for a small child this can prove to be a choking hazard. The last topic I wanted to cover is genetic testing during pregnancy. Usually genetic testing is available as early as 15 to 20 weeks of a woman's pregnancy. The way it works is that a doctor can insert a hollow needle into the woman's abdomen in order to remove a small amount of amniotic fluid to be tested. The fluid can then be tested for genetic problems as well as to determine the sex of the child. So when do doctors recommend genetic testing? Well, if a couple decides to start a family and one of them or a close relative has an inherited illness, it is possible that their child might have such an illness. Additionally, if a parent already has one child with a severe birth defect, it could be passed on to the second child. Doctors also recommend testing for women who are over the age of 34, as this also increases risk of genetic disorders. Though genetic testing is recommended, it should be taken with caution. Genetic testing is able to detect if a gene can cause a potential disorder, but most times is not very accurate in determining the severity of how it might actually affect a child. So overall, hearing loss can be caused by a variety of factors, as I mentioned before. That being said, as a parent, it is important to be prepared for the event that a child may have a hearing loss, and it may be beneficial to soon-to-be parents to determine that possibility before a child is born so that they can provide resources to the child if needed after the child is born. Thanks for watching, everyone.